Losing Grandpa. Chapter 1. Where's Mom? What are you doing here? Hannah asked as she walked up the front path to her house. Coming home from school, she saw her mom's friend Laura standing at the door. Hannah's mom's car was gone. Where's Mom? She's always here when I get home from school. Sweetie, something's happened. Why don't you put down your things and we will talk? Hannah rushed upstairs with her backpack and then hurried back downstairs. What happened? Laura began. Honey, your grandpa got very sick today and had to go to the hospital. Your mom went with him to find out what's wrong and stay with him for a while. What happened? Is she real sick? Is she going to stay at the hospital? The questions tumbled out of Hannah's mouth. The doctors aren't sure what's wrong with him yet. Your mother promised she'd call soon after you got home from school and let us know if there's any news. Hannah went to the kitchen to get some juice and a peanut butter cookie. As she nibbled on her cookie, she found herself staring into space. The house just didn't feel the same with Grandpa missing. He had lived with Hannah and her mother ever since Hannah was 2. That was 8 years ago, and he was as much a part of her life as her mom was. Hannah and her grandpa were good friends. When she was younger, he used to take her for walks around the neighborhood. He had to walk slowly because he had arthritis in his knees. Walking slowly was fine with Hannah because Grandpa had very long legs, and even with his arthritis, she had trouble keeping up with him. As they walked, Grandpa would make Hannah laugh by inventing silly stories about the people who lived in each of the houses. Those people in that gray house over there, they have 100 basset hounds. All day they take pictures of themselves with their dog's ears draped around their heads. Hannah would giggle, imagining people with long, sleek dog ears for hair, and that yellow house on the corner. The people who live there think they can fly. Every night after the sun goes down, they open their second-story windows and stand in the moonlight, twirl their arms and holler for the whole world to hear. We're getting ready to take off. Just give us a moment to get our wings warm up. Hannah thought Grandpa was the silliest person on earth, and in truth he probably was. But the thing Hannah loved the most about her grandpa was how he made up different personalities for himself. One day he would be in I1 balcony, the Italian swashbuckler. On another day he would be Harriet the Horrible, delighting in Janie Jollish pranks. Each character had its own unique accent, and sometimes it seemed like the real grandpa disappeared and the character took over completely. Hannah was never frightened by his antics. She knew would eventually come back to himself, because he always did. Over the years, they did comedy acts that made them both roll and with laughter. Hannah's mom didn't always understand what was so silly, but that never mattered, not to Hannah and her special but. Chapter 2 Talking with Mom. Hannah was snapped back from her daydream by the sound of the phone ringing. "It's Mom, I know it is," she shouted to Laura as she ran to answer the phone. "Hello, Mom, is that you?" "Yeah, Hannah Banana, it's me," she heard her mom say. Hannah Banana had been her mom's special name for Hannah ever since her birth. "What happened to Grandpa? Is he going to be okay?" But Hannah, Grandpa got real sick this afternoon. He was walking to the bathroom when he suddenly fell down. He lost consciousness. That means I couldn't wake him up. I called 911. The paramedics came right away and took him to the hospital, and I was alone. I went alone. I asked Lala to stay there so you wouldn't come home to any empty house. But what's happening with Grandpa? Does he have to stay at the hospital? Hannah asked impatiently. Mom began with hesitation. The doctors did some tests on Grandpa, and they found out that he had a stroke. Do you know what that is? I've heard of it before, but I don't really know what it is. Hannah's mom continued. The blood supply to Grandpa's brain got blocked, and his brain didn't get the oxygen it needed. Without oxygen, the brain gets damaged. That's a pretty serious thing, especially for an older person whose body takes longer to heal. Hannah burst into tears. Is Grandpa going to die? I don't want him to die, she blurted out through her sobs. Hannah's mom began to cry too. Sweetie, I don't want him to die either. We'll just have to hope for the best and send him lots of love. Okay, Hannah said quietly. When will you be home, Mom? I need to wait here at the hospital to talk with one of Grandpa's doctors. They're going to keep Grandpa here for a while, and I need to find out what their plans are for him. I don't think I will be home until after you are in bed. I will give you dinner and help you with your homework. I'll see you in the morning. Will you be okay? I guess so, Mom. I just sad and scared. I know, Banana, me too. Here's a real big phone hug. I will see you soon. Hannah hung up the phone and flopped in a chair. Arla tried to comfort her, but it was clear Hannah just wanted to be left alone. After a while, she went up to her room and lay on her bed. She looked at the picture on her nightstand of Grandpa and herself feeding seagulls. Their time together at the beach the year before was on one of her most special memories. She started crying when she thought of never getting to play with him again. Hannah went over to her tank of albino clouded frogs and watched them drift lazily underwater. She had had many frogs over the year, and some of them had died. She knew about death when it came to pets, and she knew that people died as well. Her best friend's mom had died in a car accident 2 years earlier. Hannah had tried to help her friend with the sadness, but it was just too big, and the thought of losing Grandpa was so much bigger even than that. Hannah decided to put away the thought. She ate a quick dinner of leftover pizza, did the little bit of math homework she had, and spent the rest of the evening watching television. She fell asleep on the couch, and Laura covered her with a blanket and let her sleep.